Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Daniel James Fromage.
And I'm Frank Simmons.
And we're bringing you the news from WHSV here in the beautiful Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. This is the portion of the show where we let you, the viewer, call in to have your financial questions answered by our financial expert here, Frank Simmons. Frank, are you ready to take a question?
Readier than a snow plow in July there, Dan.
Frank, does that mean you're ready?
I'm readier than the stock market is to crash.
What? No, don't say that, folks. Don't listen. The stock market is not about to crash. The stock market actually closed up today. It's not crashing.
The stock market closed up. The market closed up?
Yes.
The market closed up. I was going to stop by there and stock up today, Dan. And I'm sorry to hear. I hate to hear that that's going to be closing up.
No, you're misunderstanding me, Frank. You're misunderstanding me. When they say the market closed up, it means it closed. It increased in value for the day, therefore it's up. So they say the stock market closed up. The stock market's still open.
So the market is open?
No, it's closed for the day. It's closed for the day. It'll open back up on Monday.
So the market's closed?
It's just closed for the day. It's just closed for the day. It'll open back up.
Dan, you're confusing me, man. I'm the financial guy, and I should know this, and I'm totally confused.
Well, if you're confused, then I don't know what to say. Let's just go to a caller, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for a call?
I'm ready. Go ahead, Dan.
Hello, this is Angie McMurphy. Some girls and I live over at the retirement center up on Route 42. We've had an investment club for several years now, and we've been doing pretty well, and now we want to get into puts and calls. But I've heard they're very hard to grasp, those concepts. Are those hard to grasp?
Well, Angie, yes, they are difficult to grasp. They're more difficult to grasp than a trout in lard.
A trout in lard? Oh. Frank, I don't think she understands that very well. Why don't you just tell her what it is?
A put?
Let's see. Angie, would you want to know what a put or a call is first? I'd like to know what a put is.
Well, Angie, simply put, a put is when you put the...
That was funny.
You put your money into the stock market.
You mean you buy stock?
Yeah, yes. Well, I don't buy my stock. I buy my stock. I go to the market and get my stock. I get my stock from the chicken, and then you cook the chicken first, and then you get your stock, and then you put it in the pot. But you gotta be careful it does not boil over. But that's how you use your stock.
Okay, I think I understand. So putting a put is sort of like making chicken stock. You don't want it to boil over. I think you're saying don't get too carried away and watch your stock every day. Well, that makes sense. Okay, now the other part of my question is, what is a call?
A call, Angie, that's simple. It's more difficult, but a call normally is when you call to check on your money. Now, you got to be careful, because this week I called my broker, and he said some things that didn't really sit well with me. And Dan, you're aware of that, and Dan understands what was going on, and there wasn't a good call.
Frank, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything. Angie, if you can hear me, don't listen to this man. I don't know anything about that. In fact, I really think you've done Angie a disservice, Frank.
I don't think so. Angie, are you still there on the phone line?
Well, yes, Frank, I'm still here.
Dan, there's the proof. She's still on the line. And I want to say thanks, Angie, and all the women at the retirement home. Thank you for calling in. I hope the market will be open. And thanks again. I'll see you all at the diner.
Frank, that was despicable. Absolutely despicable. Friends out there in viewerland, Angie, girls at the retirement center, anyone else who's thinking about investing your money in the stock market, do not pay any attention to the previous 5 minutes. This man is a financial imbecile. And after that, I'm going to say good night, folks. This is Daniel Fromage.
Dan, is imbecile good?
In your case, it's a step up.
Good night, Dan.
Good night, Frank.
I think we did pretty well with that.
I think that was pretty good.